Hello world, this is Mark Tenlow coming to you from Brisbane live once again on YouTube. I'd just like to share a few insights and sentiments about the vegan movement today because I haven't done enough of that in my YouTube channel. So when activists go to the slaughterhouses, a lot of the things that they do include dressing up as activists and carrying flowers like this. So they carry a flower carry a flower in their hand to show that they're there in the name of peace. And obviously, of course, if they're arrested and the police take hold of their arms and their wrists and their hands, the flowers are, well, they drop to the ground in a sign of, I don't know, disrespect for the activists. So being a vegan is pretty easy. It's easy if you know why you're being vegan for. Avoiding meat, dairy and eggs is not hard if you know the reasons behind doing it. So as a faithful vegan, I have here my B12 spray, which I take once a day normally. All you do is, when you have it with food, is you take off the lid like this and spray it into your mouth a couple of times, just like that, and it helps you maintain a healthy balance of vitamins in your body. Of course, things like protein, iron, calcium, whatnot, everything that you need isn't possible to derive from a vegan diet, so you don't need to worry about that. Yes. So, my favorite vegan activists are probably people like that vegan couple, even though I don't like their personality terribly much. They're very good people and they're very good activists. And they've done a lot for the movement, a lot more than I've done, that's for sure. And they've disrupted restaurants and gone on vigils, slaughterhouse vigils, and done podcasts and done videos on YouTube, and I watch them all the time. They're very good. Also like Joe Carbstrong, very nice guy. He's everybody's friend now, I reckon. He used to be a crime gang member, but he turned his life around in jail when he was in jail, and when he came out of jail, he was a different man, and became an advocate for the animals because he realized that animals suffer a lot, and commodified animals suffer a lot, and those that aren't in sanctuaries and looked after and in environments where they are able to survive properly with food and shelter and adequate necessities. They live terrible lives as commodified animals. So, what can you do to help save the planet? Avoid eating meat, dairy and eggs. And that includes anything that's produced by an animal as well. So that includes honey, which is somewhat less important, but still important because honey is something that exploits the animals that produce it, which are the bees. It's been said that if bees were to go extinct tomorrow, the whole world would collapse. If humans were to go extinct tomorrow, the whole world would flourish. And it's true. So the latest news is that I've been using TikTok for the first time, putting videos on there. Got a few likes on my first video, showed off my biodegradable toothbrushes, which are good for the environment, and used my little minion as a player in my little animation video. I call them animation videos, but they're not really animations, of course. They're animated. And my imagination is animated by the fact that I'm using this minion dude in my videos. Yeah. So I'll be all ready for Halloween by the time October comes. It'd be good. I can show off this video because you know Halloween is scary, and then after that comes Christmas, and then the New Year, and then Easter, and then Halloween, and then Christmas, and then the New Year, and it goes on like that. You know. Yes. Very, very good. This flower was a daffodil, or is a daffodil. It was in better condition a few weeks ago. Now it's starting to dry out, but it still looks like a daffodil. You can see how clearly it looks like a daffodil. So, let's show you my TikTok account. It's Mark6x, MARC6x, if you want to look me up. And I've done a few things on there, including this one.
My dear friends, I have something very interesting to share with you today. I went to the slaughterhouse, that's right, and stood outside the gates where the pigs were screaming for their lives. Guests in chambers at 6 months old. It's time for you to go vegan. Stop the slaughter, the needless slaughter of animals, and liberate the planet from hellfire and destruction. Go vegan for the animal. My dear friend.
So yeah, I was actually thinking of starting a group called Vegan Angels, where we accost people on the street and and speak publicly, advocating for the animals, reading from books like Eating Animals by whoever it was, which I haven't read myself, but I'm sure that if we refer to the text on animal liberation and animal welfare, we get a lot of information from those books. And it was an idea of mine to start a group on the streets of Brisbane called Vegan Angels, but it never really. There were quite a few people interested, and because I offered to pay about $50 an hour to the person who was the orator for that group. Whether I could afford it or not is another question. I don't have as much money as I used to maybe a month or two ago, because I've lost a bit of money on the various forms of investment / gambling which I've been doing. But I do have enough money to spare, of course, to buy a public address system or something, but they're very heavy to carry around, and the logistics of starting this group were probably too much for me. So I sent back emails to people of a very long-winded application form, and nobody responded. But that's the story of my endeavor to start that group. So maybe in the future it will come back. I don't know. But at the moment, we'll just have to wait for a better opportunity. Yeah.